Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new around here, welcome. My name is Jenny and this is our Houston Smith home. In today's video, we are going to hit up Walmart. We're going to be checking out the newly released Christmas items, early Christmas release. I asked y'all in a previous video if you were interested in seeing this stuff in September, and it sounds like everybody does want to see it. Y'all said that you wanted to see it. You know that this stuff will get sold out. You're interested to see what's coming out new this year, and so I know if I don't go in and film it now, I'll miss it and y'all will miss it too. I'm not 100% sure how much of this I'll be able to link for y'all, so I'm going to be looking it up, and I'm just going to start a list on my Walmart storefront and on my LTK, and you'll be able to find it there. I'll have it linked down in the description box. I'm just going to add stuff to it as it becomes available online, so just remember some of this stuff may be in stores only right now. I will try to keep everything linked and fresh and new for y'all. I hope that you enjoy the video. I'm going to be going to 2 different Walmarts today. I do have 2 in the city that I shop in. One of them usually carries My Texas House and the other one usually doesn't. So I did want to hit up both and see if we could find some of those My Texas House items. Let's go ahead and get shopping. Okay, so I'm starting out here in what I would call the smaller Walmart in the city that I'm shopping. However, I do prefer this Walmart. So we're going to start off here. This Walmart typically does not carry My Texas House items, so I'm curious to see if we can find any. Just starting to browse through here. I thought that was really pretty, that little arrangement there. It kind of had that real feel touch. Love the gold accents here. I'm seeing some really pretty colorful things, and then I'm also seeing a lot of neutral things. I know a lot of people now, it's very popular to do the browns and the neutral colors for Christmas. Now, I am a traditional red and green girl at heart, but like I said, you are seeing lots of these browns. I know they're very popular, so I'm going to go ahead and show y'all all of those. Now, Pottery Barn did carry some candlesticks like this last year. I don't see them on the website this year, but that is a nice look for less there with those candlesticks. I actually almost bought those. I ended up putting them back. My store did have a lot of them though, but again, this stuff will get gone pretty quickly. I thought this little tree was super cute. Love that pot. It just kind of looks like a vintage pot that it's in. Again, it's those brown colors. Thought these bells were really pretty, again with the brown velvet ribbon. Love those wooden bells. Kind of makes me think of those that I got at Hobby Lobby, so it inspired me. I can add a ribbon to those. Now, if you do a neutral tree, I highly recommend trying to find these ornaments. Y'all, these are like a McGee & Co. Look-alike, $2.14. They are heavy glass. Love that lighter color one up there at the top. They also had these that kind of look like acorns and these that look like pine cones. These are very expensive look-alikes, so I would highly encourage you if you want something like that, or even like these types of ornaments. Now, these aren't glass. Those are just the shatterproof like plastic, but anything like that, y'all, will get gone, I guarantee. Now, I noticed this year tons and tons of gingerbread stuff. Also, if you like stuff like this, these light up, and I know they sell for way more expensive prices elsewhere, even on Amazon, and they had tons of ornaments too. So do y'all do like a tree in your kitchen? Wouldn't that be so cute to do like a little display in your kitchen of the gingerbread stuff? And then if you had room for a tree, or like maybe just a small tree in your kitchen or your dining room, they had so many ornaments. I'm going to show those to you in just a minute. These little bows were really cute. They're kind of like padded, kind of quilted. This one was white with the red plaid. And then I came across a green one. I don't know if I get it on video. I came across a green one, and I think online they maybe even have more colors besides that. Then I did, surprisingly, find some of the My Texas House garlands here. That's the only thing I saw here in that brand. They did have the cedar and the Norfolk pine. Now, in my opinion, the cedar is the best. If you follow me over on Instagram, I did a little comparison video on these. The Norfolk pine is pretty, it's just not very full. I love the vintage look of these stockings and tree skirts. I just fell in love with this. Again, it's just those classic red and green colors, but also they just have that vintage vibe. There's that green bow I was talking about. Wouldn't those be cute to just hang as like a little tree topper? If you did trees in your kids' rooms or mini trees, or if you did one of those kitchen trees, put that on as a topper. That would be adorable. This one is really nice. Look how pretty and full that is. It has that, again, brown velvet ribbon. It's got some pine cones, all that real feel touch, different kinds of greenery. It's not a huge one. What did that say? 22 inches? It's not real big. They had some little mini ones there. This one down here was pretty, and it was just kind of like the grapevine wreath that's got the pine cones and some of the greenery. I kind of like that you could just put your own ribbon. Of course, I would do a red velvet ribbon there, and that one also was a little bit bigger. Here's another one that is really big and full. I love the red berries that are mixed in on this one and all of that full greenery. It looks really nice. I do believe I'm seeing some price increases over last year. Now, I haven't looked back at my videos from last year, so just kind of from memory, but I'm seeing a lot of comments. I shared some of this already on Instagram and Facebook, seeing a lot of comments of people talking about how much the prices went up. So I don't know exactly how much, but I do feel like some of the stuff is a little bit pricier. I always like to check out this section where they have just a lot of the nativity stuff. Love this little wooden one here. That would be so pretty on like a console table, or even like your coffee table, something like that. And then this little section I felt like was just full of like nostalgia. It just had all of that classic Christmas look, and it was very full. These are a very popular Pottery Barn lookalike. I have never been a fan of these, y'all. I see them used. I think they look cute how everybody styles them. I know they're just a very popular item everybody wants to get their hands on, but I've just never been that big of a fan. But if you are, check out your store. Like I said, I'm going to try to link all of this stuff. I know a lot of it may not show up yet, so be patient. If you are not seeing it, check out your store and just keep checking. Hopefully all of this will become available online soon. I thought these wooden nutcrackers were super cute. If you are a Nutcracker fan, I know a lot of people like collect things like that. I saw a few different ones, some little mini ones, and I really like wood accents. So I love those houses there. A lot of cute stuff. I think I already showed this at the other location, but this just kept catching my eye. Less than 15 bucks. I just feel like he has a pretty high-end look. I thought it would be pretty on a fireplace mantle. Now, I'm a bigger fan of those gold deer up there, and then I did find also this gold nutcracker. These kept catching my eye. If you do the neutral decorating, they have an opening at the bottom. They come in a couple of different sizes, just that really pretty brown color. They were nice, heavy glass. I was wondering if you could sit them down on top of a taper LED candle. I didn't try that, but I did see some LED candles. They're right there beside that little house. Also came across a silver in the deer, if you're into silver. And then they had kind of this little section here with some blues and whites and clears. Again, this store had some of these same items, a little bit different. This bow was a little bit different, kind of that houndstooth, and it's kind of glittery. I thought that maybe would be cute in a little girl's room. And same thing at this store, and this is the location that typically does carry My Texas House. This was pretty much the only thing. I do find some pillows later on that are My Texas House, but I was pretty bummed not to find a whole section of My Texas House. I hope that's still coming. We will see. They had a lot of those kind of vintage looking Christmas trees and gingerbread houses up there. Y'all know I love coffee mugs. I came across these. Now, I thought that price was crazy. I was expecting these to be like $5. So I thought that price was pretty high on those, but they are cute. And again, they have that vintage look and feel. back to these ornaments at the first store. I didn't get a really good look at these for y'all. Nice heavy glass, the pretty gold at the top, and it has the velvet ribbon on it. $2.14, y'all. These are a McGee & Co. look-alike. These will be gone so fast. I don't even know if they'll make it online. So if you like those, you better run to your store and look for those, because I see those being sold out super fast. I love all these sparkly little tree toppers. This one, that makes me think of my grandma's house because she always had the twinkle lights. A lot of this stuff just brings back a lot of memories and just kind of nostalgia, and I love that. I love the classic reds and greens. Some people, I mainly shared like those browns and neutrals over on my Facebook and Instagram, and a lot of people were commenting like, oh, that don't even look like Christmas, you know, and I think it's gorgeous. I think it's so beautiful the way everybody decorates with that. And I even thought about maybe doing that in my bedroom, just sort of a more tranquil, neutral look. But in my main living room, in my main Christmas tree, I love this type of stuff. Like, that is just what makes my heart so happy. I know these like velvet flocked ornaments are super popular. They have these at Hobby Lobby. I can't get it out of the shelf here. It's wedged in there. They had this like deep red color, which looked really nice. Now, I haven't price compared to these with the ones from Hobby Lobby, but I feel like there was a better color selection here. I really like that lighter green color that they had over there. It has some tans, some darks. Even saw some like bright pink and bright blues. These would be so cute if you did kids' trees or kids' rooms decorated. But yeah, definitely check here. Not sure how they compare to the Hobby Lobby at price, but I know Hobby Lobby gets sold out so fast. So you might want to check here if you're looking for some ornaments like that. I had these big long garlands, and I saw this one. It stood out to me where we're talking about the browns and the, you know, neutrals and kind of like that woodland look. I feel like that one was pretty. That also had some here in that velvet flocked look. Thought this one was cute, just the wood beads there, and also this one with the pink bows. It's kind of like satin bows. How cute is that? Even for just like a little girl's room, not even Christmas related. Those pink bows are adorable. This angel was so pretty. It looks like wood, but it's not actually wood. I think maybe it's ceramic, but it has the gold wings, and I just thought that was so beautiful. Here are the candles. I think I talked about them a little bit earlier in the video, but I didn't show you up close, but it's just the LED candles. Actually, a good price on these. They're kind of the twist taper candles, and these can be very expensive, so good price on a 2-pack of those. This store pretty much had the same type of wreaths. I saw this little small one. You know, you see people put these on the back of like their bar stools or dining chairs, and you could add a ribbon to it. Those were a good size for that, and they were nice and full, a little 11-inch. But yeah, they pretty much had the same ones as the other store. Did not see any of the My Texas House wreaths in this store, but I did find a couple of styles of My Texas House pillows. This one was cute. It just kind of has like a velvet feel to it, and it has a big red bow on it. Thought that could be styled up cute. And then these were more like a lumbar pillow, and they were super nice quality, and they just have the little Christmas trees on there. I love My Texas House pillows. Sometimes you can just order pillow covers. Sometimes it's the whole pillow or it's just a stuffed cover, but I love their pillows. These are also cute, just in the different styles. I'm pretty partial to the little gingerbread man there and the reindeer. I thought those were super cute. Really cute for a kid's room too. That is all I have for today's video, y'all. I got to editing and I realized I never ended the video. Typically when I do a shop with me video, I do a haul at the end. I did not buy anything, y'all. I'm actually shocked. I did not pick up anything. I did put some things in my cart. I walked around the store for a while with it, and ultimately I ended up putting everything back, and I didn't buy anything this time. I did not find a lot of My Texas House stuff, and that is what I really truly love, and so I wanted to kind of wait on that and just see what all she comes out with. I don't know, because I did not actually see a spot in my store where it looked like that stuff would be like it was last year. Like last year I had an entire aisle of just that, and the aisle it was on last year was just regular holiday time brand stuff. So I'm curious to see. I actually went into 2 different stores. One of them typically doesn't carry much of it, and the other store typically does. And so I'm curious to see. We're just kind of doing a little hodgepodge of seasons right now just because that's what's going on in the stores. But I do definitely have another fall decorate with me video coming up. We're gonna work in the bedroom, a cozy fall bedroom. We'll be doing some Christmas shopping. I've already started doing a little bit of shopping at Hobby Lobby. Like I said, we have a trip coming up in October. I think I'm going to do, and this may not be for everyone, but just it might be helpful to some, I'm gonna do a little Disney video of finds that I picked up at Walmart, Target, Old Navy, Amazon, like affordable Disney finds, things I picked up for our trip. So like I said, that might not be for everyone, but I have been searching for videos like that, so I think it'll be helpful for some. But either way, I do upload a new video every Friday. I hope that you'll hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any, and I'll see you next week. Bye.